good session. It's something that you probably have heard before, but it's always good to kind of go over some things, right? So let's go into this. Let's share the screen, and here we go. So the session today is billionaires create their own destiny. So write that down. Billionaires create their own destiny. Okay, this is a good topic, guys, because it's one of the things that I found out that, well, not just billionaires, millionaires as well, anyone successful have this kind of desire to control their own destiny. Is that fair to say, guys? They actually do have it on point, right? They have it on point. And the reason why is because, well, I'm going to go through the reasons, but I just want to start off by saying, guys, that this topic is something you've already heard before, but it's so few people actually do it. So we're going to go over it and making sure that you're keeping on track. You guys should already know the agenda of this week. We have got today an amazing trading strategy session with ads at 8 p.m. So it's Billionaire Trading Strategy with ads. Do not miss that, guys. Who's excited? Put 111 in the chat if you're excited for that training session today. Like, guys, I want to see all your faces on that call, right? I want to see all your faces, all your team. Like, this is the one session that I was waiting for the whole week. I know I do like 10, like 5 sessions, but this one, this Thursday, tonight, is the one that I'm really excited for. We are all traders, guys. We do want a trading strategy just to go over what you guys have been through this week. So yeah, 100%, guys, make sure you attend that call. If you don't, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Tomorrow we have Broke Mindset, and then we have a surprise tomorrow as well. So guys, we are working on a really exciting day tomorrow. I'm not going to announce it, like what we're doing, but tomorrow is going to be fun. The session in the morning, and then in the afternoon, late evening, like early evening, you guys are going to have a nice surprise. So what is this training for? This training is crucial for us to understand how billionaires create their own destiny. It is clear that all billionaires do not wait for their lives to change for the better. They just create the habits to change their destiny. So write that down. They change their habits to impact their destiny. And that's what we're really going to go over. It's not really like, obviously we all know about law of attraction, we know law of vibration, we know affirmations. That's a fact, guys, but there's key things that millionaires and billionaires do that create their habits. Okay, so this training will help you in knowing what steps you need to take from now on. And I've actually used a lot of material scattered everywhere, but it's really based on Tony Robbins, obviously, with my iPhone. So guys, first thing, right, and I want you guys to write down everything on this slide. So first thing, billionaires read regularly, right? We should all know that. It's a fact that billionaires read regularly. One thing that they do make sure they do is they read to educate themselves, not for entertainment. So that's quite crucial that you understand. Just reading a book isn't just about reading a book. They're actually reading books that will help educate them. 88% of the rich read every day for at least 30 minutes on self-improvement or self-study. Okay, they're not reading just anything just because they feel like it, guys. They're actually reading self-improvement books at least 30 minutes a day. I'm not saying that you only read that, guys. If you read for fun as well, you can for sure read other books, but they spend a minimum 30 minutes a day on self-study books. How many of you guys already do that? Put 111 in the chat if you already do at least half an hour each day on self-improvement, self-study. At least half an hour on self-improvement and self-study. Right? Anyone? Let's see. Okay, cool. A few of you. Yeah, I can tell who reads and who doesn't, by the way. Fully, I can tell. Like, it's so easy to see the difference in people and in difference in their mindset as well. So these are the recommended books from billionaires, guys, and this is what I liked. So Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. That was recommended by Warren Buffett. He said that this is the book that gave him the philosophy in investing and how to trade the markets. So write that down. I'm actually going to check that you guys are reading these books as well. Like, if you're just on trainings, right, about what books to read and then not read the books, like, you're a waste man. Like, facts, you're a waste man. So you want to read The Intelligent Investor. Okay, and I think Ads recommended that this week as well. I think he recommends it most weeks, to be honest. But this book, right, was what really made Warren Buffett, okay? It actually showed him a lot, and he says to this day he still reads it regularly. The next one that I want you guys to focus on is called The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav. Oprah recommended this. Oprah Winfrey recommended this. She said this book helped her create her show. It was a book based on reflection on yourself, and it's the main thing is the power of intention. So write down the power of intention. So if you guys have struggles with saying that you can't stay motivated, or you just don't stay motivated, you're not dedicated, or you don't see yourself going far in life, okay, this is a book about power of intention, right? And that will definitely help you in progressing going forward, okay? Trainings are amazing, guys, but nothing is better than reading, okay? And I fully believe that nothing is better than reading, because you take it in, you can read it again, you can go over it again and again and again. The next one that Bill Gates recommended was Factfulness by Hans Rosling. Factfulness. And this is to detect progress in the world, okay, which is obviously, so he would read something like that, like, come on, look at the guy, right? So so this is about detecting progress in the world. And it's good for you guys to understand how the world progresses, how humans progress, what is going on, and how emotions impact as well. So that's a really good book, guys, that you should read. So these are, like, reading regularly is definitely something to control your destiny. Let me tell you why. Is because if you suffer from overthinking, if you suffer from low self-esteem, if you suffer from just stopping yourself from changing your habits, it's because you're not feeding your brain with new information, right? So what happens is the brain loves to think, right? So if you don't feed it with new information, it just goes over the same thing again and again. Now, reading will give you new information to act on, okay? So people say, why should we read? Right? Why should we read or listen to audiobooks? Is so that you are giving yourself new information every single day. Okay, even if you read the book once and you read it again and you're reading it again, your brain will still take in new information from where you are. And the reason why is because you're a different person each day. Okay, so that's why you pick up different things each day. So the thing that you have to understand is that billionaires are reading, and the science really behind it is that they are feeding their brain with information, which is filling up their tank, so then they can learn from it every single day. If you fail to feed your brain with new information, you are just going to go over the old information that you've learned before. And that's actually really dangerous for you to progress, okay? So this is why you should spend at least 30 minutes on self-improvement, on self-help books, on anything that gains you skills as well. And if you guys do this, then your life really does go up a next level, because everyone I see that's successful reads. Every single person, I'm not joking, every person I see that's successful and next level reads at this much. Now, another thing that every single billionaire that I've noticed does is that 76% of the rich persist in outdoor exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. Right, 76% of the rich. That's actually a crazy amount of rich people outside. And I'm not joking, every time I go to these like rich areas, I can see them all walking, I can see them cycling. Like, it's genuinely, you can see the difference, right? They do jogging, cycling, running. They are actually outside. They're always outside. Like, I always see that. Like, if you look down the road, like if you look on my road right now, I'm telling you, between like 9 till, they usually go in about 8 o'clock, because, you know, they go to bed to read, right? So they're about 9 till 8 p.m. These guys are walking up and down, they're jogging, they're literally, I just go around and I just see them and they're all saying hello. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. They're rich people out. Like, you can see them. They're just like jogging away. Like, guys, they do this. This is a habit. Now, I actually wanted to really understand why. So the reason, not why they do it, but why they're rich, like why they're rich. So this is what outdoor exercise does, okay? It increases brain cells and glucose in the body. Okay, this is the science. Now, the glucose in the body is nutrients for the brain, and it develops you to become smarter, right? This is what science is, apparently. Okay, Now, if you guys are feeding your brain like you should, right, not just with knowledge, but also with exercise and just developing that kind of mindset, well, not mindset, but just doing something outside, right, it makes you smarter. And this is a habit. Now, I personally believe that because rich people read so much and there's so many books on exercise, they're now just duplicating themselves over and over and over again, okay? Because they're reading and it's saying go exercise. Now they're like, okay, cool, let's go and exercise. And then you see it happening again. So the stats are actually like compounding themselves, that they're saying, okay, cool, rich people exercise and read, and that's, you know, that's a factor, and it's because they're doing both that they have to keep going. So guys, it genuinely is, it gives you a lot more energy, it gives you a lot more better mindset, it makes you happier as well. If you guys go outside even for a walk for 30 minutes and you come home, your brain is so much more clearer, and you have to do it, okay? Now, billionaires who exercise, now let me tell you something. So they spend 6 hours a week. So write down 6 hours a week. Right, this is found in the Next Millionaire Next Door book. If you guys want to read that book, that's quite cool as well. They do 6 hours a week compared to the average 2.5 hours a week, okay? So they do 6 hours a week rather than the average at 2.5 hours. How many of you guys do 6 hours a week outside, outdoor exercise? How many of you actually do 6 hours a week? About an hour a day? I probably don't, to be honest. I think I probably do about 3. Like, you'll know, guys, because you'll see me like outside. 6 hours a week, yeah? So guys, make it like a thing for you. Make it a thing for you to be walking outside, exercising outside, doing something outside, okay? Outdoor exercise is what the thing is. It's not just exercise, it's outdoor exercise. This is why you see all those rich people walking, right? Outdoor. Now, another thing that you should understand is they spend less time on social media. So write that down. The average person spends 14 hours a week. Now, we probably spend a lot more because we're growing a business on social media, but I never spend any time on social media unless I'm building that business, right? So unless I'm literally speaking to people, engaging with people, getting a bigger network, I'm not on social media just for the fun of it, okay? So they spend on average 2.5 hours a week on social media. Now, this is what I mean by like just, you know, scrolling, like just scrolling, watching people's stories, like completely irrelevant. Yeah, like you don't need to do that. You're not engaging with them. You're not making them your clients. So what the hell are you in there for? So average person spends 14 hours a week. The rich spend 2.5 hours a week. So the hours that they spend, like the hours that normal people are spending on social media, these guys are like running outside. Yeah. So they're running outside. So if you're on Instagram right now scrolling away, just know that there's a rich person running outside. Okay, that's genuinely where they find the time. The next thing that guys that they do, and I want you to write this down, is that they do their own research. Whatever you want to be rich in, you need to study that hard, because that's the only way to control your destiny. Okay, so they spend a lot of time on research. They spend a lot of time on literally stalking what they're trying to achieve. Okay, they don't just wake up one day and they're like, okay, cool, I want to become a billionaire in this. Yeah, and then it happens because they exercise and read. No, they actually do their own research and they stalk it hard. So this is quite cool because I feel like we can do this a lot better if we want to progress as traders. I feel like we can do this a lot better if we want to get our own strategy in place. I feel like we can do this a lot better just because a lot of people keep saying they don't get it, but they're not doing research. So it's kind of like, how would you understand it if you don't know what you're doing, right? So trading is the same. So I want you to write this down. Whichever pair you wish to make the most money in, okay, this is what I want you to start doing. And this is going to help you in trading. Whichever pair you wish to make the most money in, you need to know that pair inside and out. Okay, so like you can ask ads right now, what's GJ on, and he will tell you like all of them, all decimals, everything. Like he'll just be like la 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 la, that, yeah, he'll literally tell you. And that's because he studied that pair inside and out, and that's where he makes the most money from. I don't know where he makes money from, but to be honest, I don't know, but I'm guessing that's where he makes a lot of money from. Okay, so you need to know the pair inside out. Guys, put in the comment box your favorite pair right now. Put in the comment box your favorite pair right now. So my pair that I'm trying to study is US 30. It's not great, but it's US 30, yeah? I'm studying it hard. I'm watching it how it moves. What pair are you guys watching? If you don't know your favorite pair, right? If you don't know your favorite pair right now, that's an issue, okay? So put it in the chat box right now for me, and I can guarantee Ads is watching. Who's like, always, where can we find any? Where can we find any GJ fans, right? So GA, EU, perfect. NZD USD, really? Okay, interesting. Next one, guys. Eurocad, yeah, I can kind of get that. You seem like a Eurocad kind of guy. I can properly tell who someone is by the pair they study. Like I so can tell. You can tell. Like you look at them and you're like, yeah, you look like a gold trader. You look like that, right? Okay, cool, guys. You wanna, if you've just said it right now, that's your favorite pair and it makes you money, right? Go and study it. Go and study the news for it. Go and study the fundamentals for it. Go and study the zones for it. Like spend today and tomorrow. We're not really trading right now, okay? We're not really trading tomorrow. It's a holiday. What the hell are we going to trade for tomorrow for? So why don't you spend this time building your research? It's proven that millionaires and billionaires do their own research, right? They stalk whatever they're trying to make money in. So guys, you want to do the same for your trading account, okay? Don't just enter a trade just because you feel like it or because you think it could work. Like genuinely go and find your perfect pair and marry that pair, right? Marry that pair. I used to say this all the time. I used to be like, don't be that waste man that has like 5 girls. Like go and marry that pair. Go and go in on that pair and give it 110%, yeah? Because that will help you. So you need to know the key, write this down. You need to know the key levels, key moves, how it works. Nice and simple. Key levels, key moves, and how it works, right? So if you see 1.1555, the price always goes down, that's saying something, right? I'm not saying you have to go down, but you can start logging it. Start researching the pair. Like stop relying on someone teaching you their strategy and start relying on your research on each pair. That will help you so much, okay? That will help you so much because you can go on as many Zooms as you want, but if you don't know that pair, you don't know that pair, okay? Now, you want to practice with just watching one pair. This is what I do. Same time, same place, same pair. So write that down. Same time, same place, same pair. Same time, same place, same pair. Same time, same pair. Yeah, I can't remember what I just said. I've got such a bad memory. But yeah, like literally, guys, I do that every single day just to see what happens. Like at the same time with the same pair at the same price, right? Just looking at it, like what is going on at this time, right? What is happening? And when you start watching your pair, it's so weird, but you can start visualizing what's actually happening to that pair. Like it's like, yeah, I fully know that that pair is going there. Like I've seen this same move happen so many times. Yeah, I know when someone's a good trader and when they're not. And I know who actually looks at the charts and who doesn't, is because the people who don't look at charts, who don't try it out, who don't test their pair, they're always the ones that are saying, I don't get it. Like if you watch their pair, I'm telling you, you watch the pair for like a week solid, you're going to be like, this is so easy. Like, how does no one not get this? Okay. So you want to do that every single time and you want to actually write that down. Okay, don't rely on someone trying to, like, we're here to help you. You have Go Live as well. You have so much options, guys, that you have it all. Like, you have it way more than any of us did, especially when I started. So, guys, start understanding that you need to do your own research as well. Don't rely on someone else. Don't ever rely your income on someone else. Write that down. Don't ever rely your income on someone else. I will never, ever rely on someone else making me money. Never. Like if like I had a, not if I had a, when I had a job, I didn't rely on that either. Like it could go any second. I knew that. If I had a business, I won't rely on certain people growing that business. If they go, they go. You can't rely on your income. If they, write this down. If they don't pay your bills, they don't matter. Right? Only you pay your bills, so only you matter. We're not here to pay all your bills for you. Yeah, we can help you make some money, but we're not here to make you a billionaire. Yeah, only you can do that. So do your research, because the reason why I do my research is because I know that if I get the right information and I get the right research, then I can really take this next level without relying on anyone to do that with me. Like, of course, we need to develop the skill. Of course, we need the mentorship, which I still use day in, day out. But as long as I have my own research, then I can tailor my strategy to how I trade. Okay, because you can't copy someone's strategy full on. Like, I've tried it, it doesn't work. Your emotions get in the way. Okay, now another thing that billionaires do with controlling their destiny is they actually have multiple sources of income. So they control their destiny because they don't rely on one source of income. Like, if someone said, like, people say to me all the time, why don't you just trade? Right? Why don't you just trade? I will never just trade, right? I will never rely on one source of income, because then I might as well just get a job. Like trading's harder than a job as well. So like, why would I do that? You have to make sure that you have multiple sources of income. So you need to know two things of how a millionaire or anyone successful views money, right? So you have active income, which is when you work and paid for that work, right? So you're clocking in, clocking out, right? I don't care if your salary or whatever, you're clocking in, clocking out. Yeah, you go in at 9, you get paid till 9, till 5. That's active income. Nothing wrong with active income, right? Then the successful have passive income. This is when payment is not tied to active work. Okay, interest and dividends are examples. Okay, so the thing that you have to know is that you can't just rely on one kind of source of income, but also you want to have a combination of both. Okay, billionaires started with active and they built up passive. Okay, so you want to have a combination of as many sources as you can. So how do you accumulate work? First thing is you sell your time for money. You sell your time for money. That's very good way of making income, right? You sell your time for money. That's your skill set base. That's something that, like, I made money from that, from just helping people in marketing. Like, I'm selling my time, my skill set for money, right? So like, you could do it like that. You can spend less and earn more. You should all spend less and yeah, you should all spend less than what you earn, guys. That's a financial thing. Like, there's no wealthy person out there that's just like spending everything. Okay, you spend less than you earn. So right now, if you're only earning £1,100, you should be spending less than that. Okay, you should be spending less than that. You shouldn't be that. That's what you should try and do. But you should always increase how much you're earning. Okay. You want to also invest your savings without intervention. So that's really crucial, guys. This is what millionaires do. They invest their savings without intervention. Okay, this means, what do you think that means actually? Like, what word does this remind you of? Invest your savings without intervention. What do you think that means? Anyone know? Without intervention. You guys, you are slow in the morning. Compounding. They compound. They don't touch it. They just compound. Yeah, without intervention. You know, a lot of people go into trading because they want to trade in, get out money. Trading, get out money. Trading, get out money. The successful not trade, but they invest without intervention. So they compound their results day in, day out. They're not trying to intervene every day. Okay, they do it without intervention. Okay, so billionaires have this kind of income. So write these things down. Earned income. And they don't have all of them, by the way, but this is the main things. Earned income, profit income, interest income, dividend income, rental income, capital gains, and royalty income. Okay. Now, I'm not saying they all have all of them, but this is the kind of income, these are the kind of incomes they have. They have at least minimum 3 to 4, right? They have at least 3 to 4. Now, if you want to read more about this, then obviously read From the Rat Race to Financial Freedom. I actually read that. That's actually good. I gave you that book for free in the chat, guys, so you can read that anytime you want. That's actually a really good book in kind of understanding the different forms of income and how you can transition to different forms of income. Okay, so you got to understand, I'm not going to go through every single one. You guys know if you work, you guys know if you have a business and it brings profit, you guys know if you have interest. Like, that's simple, right? I'm not going to go through that. But what the main point of this is that to control your destiny, you never rely on one source of income. That's what the rich are doing. They're not relying on one company. They're not relying on one job. They're not relying on just one thing they do. They diversify their risks. And by diversifying your risks, you are actually creating a more stable destiny. Okay, So that's the one thing you want to do. You want to kind of get your hands in everything, right? So not in everything, but you want to make sure that you're not just relying on one job, one trading imbalance, one this. I diversify everything, even down to my trading. I make sure that's even diversified, okay? So guys, you got to make sure that you have multiple sources of income. Another thing that I really want to stress on that people don't really understand is that the rich are very polite in speech and gesture. So write that down. The rich are very polite in speech and gesture. This is what they believe. Without understanding the rituals, there is no way to build a foothold in society. Right? Now, this one really got to me because I think people forget the kind of world that we live in, right? So you got to understand, there's only 5% of the world that are that wealthy, that rich, right? They all talk a certain way. They all do certain things, okay? They're very polite in speech and gesture, and they're very eloquent in talking, okay? They're very, very eloquent in talking. They're very, very good in reading and writing at that point as well. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you have to be amazingly smart, right? I'm just saying that the rich are polite in speech and gesture. So your mannerism is a factor in controlling your destiny. Now, the reason why is because if you want to go in a certain crowd, you need to be a certain way. Okay. That's just how it is. Unless you are the best at what you do, where no one can top you, and that's what you have to aim for. You have to be in a certain way. So rich tend to keep quiet. Write that down. They tend to keep quiet. They're not the ones that are going to be gossiping, that they're going to be like creating mad hatred in the world. They're not the ones that are going to be like really aggressive. Yeah. They're going to be the ones motivating and inspiring lives. Okay, they're going to be the ones that are really making a positive impact. Now, the reason why we did that training the other day or yesterday, you know why they're doing this stuff, right? Because their goals are different. They're not just, I want to become rich. Their goals is I want to inspire lives. Now, to inspire lives, you have to be polite in speech and gesture, right? So if someone does something good for you, like say someone's helped you today, the rich will always say thank you. The rich will always do something where it expands that gratitude. They have so much love. I'm not talking about all rich, by the way, but I'm just saying this is a common thing, okay? They also have so much self-education that they actually speak better. So when you're reading 30 minutes a day, your vocabulary is pretty much going up every single day. Okay, there's an effect, there's a domino effect in everything you do. So I don't want you to think like if you don't speak a certain way and people find you quite like harsh to speak to and they don't really feel comfort speaking to you, you need to improve that, okay? Because you have to be as friendly and inspire as many lives as you can, not just in this business, but to be at that billionaire level, you need to know how to speak to people. Okay, you need to make sure people are comfortable approaching you. You need to make sure that you can really go that next level. So if you guys read every day, hopefully that will improve your speech and understand your gestures that you do, and it will calm you down. But Eric Thomas actually studied how education, like he actually said one of these key defining moments in his life was understanding how the educated were speaking, right? How they were pronouncing their words, right? And he copied that. He wanted to make sure that he could speak to people with language, right? With eloquence. Like he wanted to make sure that he was not the odd one out in terms of speaking. Now, that's not saying that he's making himself someone he's not. He's just saying that he wants to understand how they do talk. So when he's in the room, he can talk to them the same level. Now, that's education. That's personal development. That's also understanding language. Guys, like don't think if you went, when you went to school and you didn't understand like how to do this and that, like some of these things that you did learn in school is going to be an impact in whether if you want to become a millionaire, a billionaire or not. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are always growing in your confidence in speaking, the language you're using, the gestures you do, right? Like when I do a lot of meetings and stuff, I fully can tell the difference between what a client has, what kind of industry they're in. Like the way they speak is amazing, guys. Okay, it's amazing. and you can tell that they have that education, they do all the stuff you're supposed to. Now, when you know that, you want to work with them, okay? You naturally want to work with them because you think they're going to help you grow, right? So I'm not saying change yourself. I'm just saying that billionaires have this habit of polite speech and gesture. So that means if someone does something good for them, they're going to be grateful. They're going to say thank you, right? They're the first ones to say thank you and please. Yeah. So if you're wondering, how do we improve that? Go back and ask your mom, how can you be polite, right? What did you learn when you were little? Literally, go back to your mom. Hopefully your mums are here, or your dad. Go back to them and say, okay, when I was little, what did you teach me? What did you teach me? Go back to that and go and practice that, because I think sometimes in this generation we forget that this is actually pretty important in life. Okay, now the checklist, guys. You want to exercise, so this is a checklist: exercise, self-improvement, you have to be kind, you have to do research, and you have to have power of speech. Okay, those are the checklists that you want to work on to every day, right, to control your destiny. All of these things will help control your destiny. And I know you already know this, but it's always good to know. So the lesson here is have a way of that, have this impact of compounding each habit over a period of long time. So the lesson here is billionaires have a way of controlling their destiny, and that is compounding each habit over a period of time. Okay, so these things that you have to go through, right? Make sure you are reading, make sure you are exercising, do your research, right? Multiple sources of income is key, guys, so make sure you do work on that. And then also make sure you're polite in speech and gesture, and you will have you'll have a greater control of your destiny. Okay, so hopefully, guys, that was helpful for you guys in just kind of getting your day started. It is NFP today, and obviously I would strongly recommend, if you don't know fundamentals, if you don't know NFP, do not trade in the next day. Just don't trade. Okay, go and work on all the skills that you're supposed to. Go and research your pair for today. Go and make sure that you are on the trading call tonight in roughly, because I know it's 8 p.m. for us, in roughly 8 hours time. Set your alarm right now. Do not miss that training. I do not rate you if you miss that training. Don't come to me and say, oh, I'm sorry, blah, 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 all these excuses, guys. I'm not doing one-on-ones if you don't go on trainings. Facts. I'm not doing it. Okay, so that is the end of the training, guys. Hopefully you had an amazing session. Make sure that you do keep active. It was so nice to see all you new faces out there. Well done, Vanushka, for getting your whole team on. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I shall see you in the next few hours. Take care. Bye.